Hello everyone, welcome to TechWhistle. In this video we'll cover what a delegate is, how to declare and call one, built-in delegates, Func action predicate, multicast delegates. Alright, let's dive in. A delegate is a type that represents references to methods with a particular parameter list and return type. Once a delegate type is declared, you can create instances that reference any method with a matching signature. All right, let's code the simplest example. Declare the delegate, point it at a method, and invoke it. This line defines a delegate type called myDelegate. Think of it as a blueprint or like a contract that says, I can point to any method that takes a string as a parameter and returns void. It's basically a type-safe pointer to a method. Here we create a delegate variable called del and assign it the method printMessage. Notice we don't use parentheses. We're not calling the method. We're just passing a reference to it. So now del is pointing at printMessage like a remote control. When we call del, hello from delegate, we're actually telling the delegate, hey, call the method you're pointing at and pass in this message. So under the hood, printMessage runs. This is the actual method. It just prints whatever string we give it. So when the delegate invokes it, it prints hello from delegate, and there it is. Our delegate successfully pointed to a method and executed it. Okay, now that we understand custom delegates, let's look at something you'll use a lot more in real projects, the built-in delegates. .NET already gives us ready-made delegate types, so you don't have to declare your own every time. The three most common ones are action, func, and predicate. First up, action. An action is a delegate that points to a method that does not return anything, basically void. Here, action string means it takes one string parameter but returns nothing. So when we call greet Alice, it just prints hello Alice. Next is func. Func always returns a value. The rule is the last type parameter is the return type. So func int means take two integers, return an integer. Here we add two numbers and the result 8 is returned. And finally, predicate. A predicate is just a delegate that takes one parameter and always returns a bool. Here, predicate int checks if a number is even. Passing 4 returns true. Predicates are really handy for filtering lists or writing conditions. So, to summarize, use action T when you want to run a method that does something but doesn't return a result. Use func T1, T2, T_result when you need a method that returns a value. Use predicate T as a shortcut when you want to return a true-false condition. Now let's see a real-world use case. In C#, you'll often work with collections, arrays, lists, data from a database. To make working with collections easier, .NET gives us LINQ, Language Integrated Query. Think of LINQ as a smart set of tools that lets you filter, search, and transform collections with very readable code. Here we create a predicate int called isEven. It checks if a number is divisible by 2. If yes, it returns true. Then we have an array of numbers, 1 through 6. Now the fun part, we use LINQ's where method to filter only the numbers that pass our predicate. We pass n equals isEven n, which means keep numbers where isEven returns true. Finally, we print the results joined by commas. The output is 2, 4, 6. So here's the takeaway. Predicate makes our condition reusable and easy to read. LINQ uses that condition to filter the collection. It's like having a bouncer at a club. The predicate is the rule, only even numbers allowed in. LINQ is the process of checking every guest and only letting the right ones through. All right, now let's talk about something cool. Multicast delegates. A delegate can actually reference more than one method. When you call it, it will execute all the methods it's pointing to in order. Think of it like a group text message. You send one message and everyone in the group receives it. We declare a delegate type notify that can point to any method with no parameters and no return value. We start by assigning say hi to the delegate variable del. Then we use the plus equals operator to add another handler, say bye. Now del points to both say hi and say bye. When we call del, it runs both methods in order. First say hi, then say bye. So that wraps up today's lesson. We learned that delegates are the foundation. They let us reference and call methods just like variables. Then we saw how built-in delegates like action, func, and predicate save time and keep our code cleaner. And finally, we explored multicast delegates, which let us call multiple methods through a single delegate. Together, these concepts give you the flexibility to pass behavior around in your code and build more modular, reusable programs. Take a moment to practice these concepts in your own projects because hands-on coding is the best way to lock them in. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.